Meet the man, Tracy Davison, the 60-second millionaire, who's on a mission to change the world. With a plan to deliver meaningful achievement. With a massive vision to improve the lives of his fellow man. Starting with the Filipino. Now is your chance to join us on this adventure and experience a complete lifestyle makeover for yourself.
I love it when I can make other people happy. It brings me so much joy.
And you get to watch it all. This is 60 Second Millionaire TV.
Good afternoon from the Philippines. Today is June 2nd, 2015. This is our afternoon powwow. We're going to jump into reports starting first with our Executive Secretary, Lanny.
Hi everyone, so for my report today, for 60 Smart Zone we have 1,512 members. So as you can see, we're still having progress every day, and it's very noticeable every day that we do have new members, especially in the wall of these great leaders. We see every day that they're welcoming new people. We have 1,015 actives, 497 inactives, and 547 people on AutoShip. So also we see increase in this side. And for Success Assurance, we have 1,184 clients and 328 without access. So the agency is still working on following up with these clients, and that's my report for today.
Very good. All right, so a number of things have happened since yesterday. We have made a few changes, so I'm going to cover a couple of changes, then we'll get a report from our COO, Romy. We are no longer requiring that people connect with Facebook first in order to sign up for 60 Smart Zone. So the Facebook Connect portion of that part of the website is going to have to happen now afterwards, after a person signs up. We were getting far too many complaints about people struggling to just sign up, and we don't want the process of signing up to be anything challenging. We want it to be a simple, in a minute or two you're signed up. Keep that simple, especially now that we're going to turn on the recruiting and from our Success Assurance with the agents doing their work. We want the process to be as quick and as smooth as possible. So the Facebook Connect portion is something we want people to do right away after they've signed up. So we are going to make some changes as we go to make everything move very smoothly, and this is one of them. We're getting very close to turning this machine on. In fact, I hope by tomorrow we actually can start the process of sending out invitations and inviting people as agents to come and be a part of our team. So let's go ahead and collect a report from our COO, Romy.
All right, so in the topic of agent, we're still measuring the agent base. So we still have 7 VPs. We now have 56 executives, 34 directors, and 4 leaders for a total of 101. So we reached past the 100 mark, so round of applause.
Wow, 3 digits.
And also we said something about a couple changes that we implemented today, and one of them is since we're about to start fulfilling orders, we have a system in the software that you need to actually connect your 60 Smart Zone account with your 60 Smart Zone with the Success Assurance to make sure that once we fill an order, it goes into the right person in the matrix. So I'm going to take some time to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you want to zoom on the iPad. So basically for this process, you're going to need to know your login for Success Assurance and also your login for 60 Smart Zone. So this is the...
Now this will be your client login. So you may have 2 logins to Success Assurance, am I right?
Correct, yeah.
So it's not the agent login. Now we're talking about your client login.
Correct. So this is the business side. So you need those information. So I'm actually going to use Miss Lanny here and have her go through the process. Okay, so now Lenny is now logged into a client back office, so you will know that it's your client by having your millionaire number right here. So next, what you're gonna do, you're gonna click on the acquisition tab, this one right here. And then this is the product that we're serving, 60 Smart Zone. So you're gonna select option. And then this is the new piece of software that we have. So they're gonna tell you if you already signed up for 60 Smart Zone, and we'll verify here. And this one is if you are not yet signed into 60 Smart Zone. So that's basically gonna be a different topic. So now Lenny, you're gonna click on this one. And then you're gonna enter your username and password that's connected to 60 Smart Zone.
Connection successful.
So there you have it, connection successful. So you then click OK, and then the page is gonna change. So they tell you welcome, and then basically your information are locked in here. So you can see your username in 60 Smart Zone, the ID, the sponsor. So if those links are clickable, so if she would click on that, she would go directly into the sponsors link and so on. So those of you asking me if we do have, how can we get past this, this is how you do it. And if you want to take advantage of the $250 special that we have right now, it's really important that you do this step first, or else you won't be able to purchase and take advantage of the special before the money from the master distributor comes in. And that's my point.
Okay, very good. So it is just a short matter of time before the special will be gone. So right now, out of pocket for $250, you can get 100 paid signups. That's like $2.50 per signup. I have a dinner appointment with someone right now. After this powwow, I'm going to go meet with somebody who is taking a close look at us, and they say they have $100,000 to do paid signups. So since we don't have any limitation on placing orders right now, if we actually come to a close and we close the deal, we're looking at $100,000, and the person will get 40,000 paid signups. Holy cow, that would be terrific. So that team, that leg would certainly benefit hugely from that person, because technically this person would roll in down at the very bottom of our structure, so that there would be a leg there that would get a lot of boost out of that. That particular order would be enough for us to go ahead and have the money we need to set the merchant account. So I'm really hoping that we can close the deal tonight. So we'll see how that goes. I run a pretty transparent operation. I don't always hit the target when I go out there and do a deal. There are things that are beyond my control, but I will give it my best shot. So I'm sure that whatever is supposed to happen will happen. All right, now.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Because since I already have the iPad open, I just want to show you, because I personally going to be reaching out to the next people that gets their order filled. So for you to know where you are in the pipeline, you need to click on fulfillment and not on acquisition. So this is why you're going to see the pipeline. Because you said that we're going to start by tomorrow, so all of you watching the powwow needs to know if you're coming soon. So yeah, fulfillment, so you click here, view fulfillment. And this is basically the pipeline. So the first person I'm going to be reaching out to is Sven, then Michael Ford, then Martin Barnes, and so on and so on. So about 100 of these orders I'm going to be reaching out today to make sure that you guys connect your 60 Smart Zone and your Success Assurance, just like she showed today. And also we're going to have a tutorial coming soon about that to make sure you really understand the process.
So we really need people to connect their accounts as quickly as possible, because what will happen if you're not connected, it will just skip over you, and then you're like, wait, how come I got skipped? Well, we weren't paying attention. We told you to connect your account. So this is once again another reason why you should be tuned into the show, okay, here on the Wall of Joy. So, all right, let me get into some things here on the board. It's so hot today. I think we're at the end of summer here in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me go over what we have right now. Okay, we have 2 pipelines. Okay, So there's one pipe, and then we've got this other pipe. This right here is paid orders, okay? These are people that have paid for their orders. And basically, we'll just say that people here, these were the first ones, okay? So we're gonna fill the orders at the top of the pipe and then work our way down towards the bottom of the pipe, okay? So these orders get filled before these orders get filled on a first in, first out basis. Okay, this right here would be the unpaid pipeline. Okay, now at some point we're going to lock down this pipeline. I'll come back to that in a second. But for now, anybody coming in, even the newest person coming in right here at the very bottom that places an order right now for the first time because they're brand new, they can actually leapfrog their order into the bottom of this pipe right here, okay? Simply by paying for it, by going from unpaid status to paid status. Even if your order was right here, that order could leapfrog right into the next spot down at the bottom of the paid pipe, okay? Now, what do I mean by we're gonna lock down this pipe right here, okay? Some of you might be new, you might not have heard this before, but this might be a repeat for those of you who've been tuned into the show for a while. My intention with this pipe right here is to, as soon as we get the funding in from Fenton, as soon as he completes, his transaction with us of paid signups, then that's $20 million. We no longer need to collect money, okay? There's no longer a need for people to sit there and wait for their money to do something. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off actually accepting money until all of these orders get filled. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, once all of these orders get filled, then we'll start collecting money at the top of the pipe right up here. We'll start collecting the money from these people just before we fill their order. So that way, in the future, when someone goes to have their order filled, they didn't technically pay for their order until just before it got filled. So none of this, waiting for months, paying for it and then waiting for months. But the good news, for those of you that are in the situation of waiting, okay, for us to, because we're just starting this engine up, okay, for those of you that are waiting, you're getting 1% a month, okay? You're getting 1% a month. That might be something new to you if you're new. You may not have heard that before, okay? So your money is kind of working for you while it sits here in this pay pipeline, waiting for us to get those orders completed, okay? So for example, Spin is the first one to have his order filled of 6. That's a $100 value. So Spin, when he placed that order, we'd have to trace that back. I would guess that went back into March of 2014. All right. So now it's May. So that'd be 13 months, right? We're June now. So it's so March plus 3 months, 16 months. Right? So 16 months of 1% interest, 1% a month. Okay. So what will happen as soon as we fill his order, all 6 of those have been filled. At that point, we're going to calculate manually how much we owe him for that order that he placed way back when, okay, which is 16 months ago that we've been setting all this up, and we've had it's been a roller coaster ride, but we're getting to the real fun part now. So at that point, we're going to calculate how much interest that is. So if we did really simple math, $100 times 16%, 1% per month times 16 months, it technically compounds after 12 months, but without making it complicated, just to give you a rough idea, that'd be $16. So when we fill his order, and as soon as we fill his order, we're going to put in $16 into his wallet. And then that's an interest payment because that order's done. And then that's off the books, right? It balances out the balance sheet, okay? That's what we're going to do. Michael Ford is the next one. Same thing will happen with Michael Ford, okay? We will calculate how long it's been for his order that he's been sitting there, that he paid for. And then as soon as we put his 6 people in, we'll calculate his interest and put it into his wallet. And that's what we're going to do manually as we fill each and every one of these orders in the paid pipeline until we get to the point where we're down here at the bottom of this paid pipeline. Then we'll start collecting money up here. But my promise is this: by the time we get to this unpaid pipeline, when we start filling orders here, when people pay us, they're not going to have to wait any more than 3 weeks. Okay? That's fair and reasonable. 3 to 4 weeks, but probably within 3 weeks, their order will be filled. We'll start collecting payment in anticipation of an order being filled, based on the speed of fulfillment, which I mentioned in yesterday's powwow is going to be ever increasing as we ever increase the size of our agent base and as we continue to train them and teach them how to do their job. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Now, next thing. For those of you that are very astute, you probably recognized a change in our direction as of yesterday. Okay? You probably recognize that the emphasis on how a person is going to become a millionaire has wholly switched to the point of being the agents are going to be our 10,000 millionaires. Okay? So I know many of you that are watching this are not an agent. Okay? But let's do a little bit of math. Okay? You got $10 over here. You got $10. And when someone pays that as a monthly fee, okay, the maximum amount of money that could come out of commissions on that is only $10, right? So we're going to pay anywhere from 50 to 100%, depending on the month, okay? Because the first month is a coded bonus, that's 100%, right? We're paying 100% out. So anywhere from 50 to 100% of that $10 is being paid out in commissions, okay? Whereas people will be placing orders into success assurance, and agents get paid on a percentile basis. Let's just take an executive, for example. They get 25%. 25% of $500 is $125 in commission, okay? Because the size of this is so much larger than the size of this, it's quite obvious that this is going to add up faster. And as I've always said, agents are most likely to be the largest group of people that are in our millionaires. When we produce 10,000 millionaires in season 1 of our show, most of them are going to be agents because of this right here. So if you're still considering becoming an agent, I wouldn't wait much longer. The good jobs are going fast. You can see them changing every day in the report that Romy does. You can see how the numbers are changing and creeping out there. Before you know it, there won't be any more executive jobs. Before you know it, there won't be any more director jobs. All that'll be left is leader jobs. There'll be 10,000 of those, and agent jobs. There'll be 100,000 of those. Okay? So if you want to take advantage of it, get together with your agent, and they will guide you on how to become an agent yourself. As we start this engine, you can help us start filling orders and make a lot more money. Here's the other thing. An agent has a choice. Does an agent put a person in personally below them in their link, or do they fill an order as an agent? When they go and share the opportunity by an invitation, they send an invitation out, they have a choice. Do I sign this person up directly to myself as a person of the 60 Smart Zone team, or do I sign this person up as an agent and then release them to fill an order, okay, so that someone else gets it? By releasing them, what they're doing is they're making a choice that they can access the commissions here. Because if they choose the other way, they're going to make their commissions here if they keep that person for themselves. They can make commissions here, but not here. You cannot be the sponsor and the agent. Okay, you cannot be the 60 Smart Zone sponsor and also that person's agent. Okay, that's one of our rules that we have. Okay, so understand that it's a choice. You either fill an order or you don't. If you fill an order, obviously there's a lot of money to be made here. Okay, you can make a lot more money here. Okay, because the commissions over here are going to range anywhere from 25 cents, okay, up to $10. Okay, that's it. That's the range that you can make on a person like that per person. Okay, that's all you're going to make per person. Whereas per person over here, you can get a lot of money. Okay, it could be tens or hundreds of dollars in commissions from that person. It's way more valuable. So understand this. If it's your mother, you're probably going to want to keep your mother in your 60 Smart Zone team, okay? If it's your brother, your father, your sister, your super close cousin, you hang out all the time anyway, okay? Your super close aunt, your super close uncle, you hang out anyway all the time. It would just be awkward if you were their agent. It'd be more comfortable to have them be over here with you in the business, okay? That's great. We call those keepers, okay? You're going to keep those people for yourself, and they're going to be part of your 60 Smart Zone team, okay? But the givers are going to be all these Facebook friends that you have. So you got Facebook friends, and you don't spend much time with these people anyway. I mean, you may have 1 or 2 conversations a year with most of these Facebook friends that you have, okay? But you send them out an invitation, and they respond, and they're excited about being part of the show, being a contestant on the TV show. Those are the people you're going to give away to the system, and you as playing the role as an agent. Okay, so I hope I've gone over this before too. So this is the whole keepers and givers. How do you choose between? Do you spend a lot of time with this person anyway? Keep them. If you don't spend that much time with them anyway, give them away. Maybe you have some random uncle that you hardly know, that you just blood related, but you don't really care if you keep them or give them. So you choose to, go for the money. Okay, you make more money putting your uncle over here because you don't really spend much time with that particular uncle anyway. Just as an example. That makes sense? Okay. Now, let me show you what's going to happen ongoing here. Okay, we have season 1 of our TV show. We have season 2 of our TV show. We have season 3 of our TV show. Okay? So when a person first comes and participates with us, the first thing they do is they become a contestant. Okay, and they get a contestant number. All right. Now we're still below 10,000 people today, but that's going to quickly change before you know it. Okay. So we're going to put 10,000 contestants into season 1. So we're going to put 10,000 contestants into season 1. After we do that, then we're going to start working on season 2, and we're going to put 10,000 contestants into season 2. Okay. Once we have this happen, once we get to the point where we have 20,000 contestants, and some of them are designated for season 1, and some of them are designated for season 2, that's when we start doing the old switcheroo. Okay? That's when we start to change it up. Because we know that some of these people in season 1, they weren't paying attention. Okay? They didn't get that they had such a valuable position by timing. So let's say that 7,000 of these, let's say 7,000 out of the 10,000 are at least a 100 air, okay? That's their rank in the TV show. Because we have a couple of ranks, the 100 air, 1,000 air, the 10,000 air, the 100,000 air, and the million air. Those are the ranks inside the TV show. That shows progress, and we'll be charting that out and putting that and publishing that on the TV website so people can watch our progress, okay? So let's say 7,000 of the 10,000 here are 100 airs, okay? And then let's say that we have, out of this 10,000, let's say that we have 4K that are also 100 airs, okay, or higher, okay? And let's say that we have 3,000, okay, that out of the 10,000 who are not 100 airs, or maybe they're not making anything, okay? And then over here, let's say that we have 6,000 that are in that same category. What's going to happen is we will take 3,000, leaving 1,000 behind, take 3,000 of the people that are in season 2 and switch them into season 1. And take the 3,000 that are not doing much with their contestant position and switch them into season 2, and that will mean a change in their contestant number, okay? That will change their contestant number. Because season 1 will be marked by anything 10,000 or below. Season 2 is 10,001, and up to 20,000 to season 2. Then we start building out season 3. Season 3, we're going to build this out. It's going to have 10,000 people that we want to produce as millionaires, but the pipe, we will make it fill 1 million. Okay? is going to have 1 million in the pipe. So we'll actually go out and put together 1 million contestants, okay? And then we're going to do a transition into donors, but that's a whole different campaign. I'll come back to that later. But understand, we're going to go out there and find 1 million contestants to pull off the show. Once we have 1 million contestants, that's when we're going to go out there and get the show actually on television, okay? Shortly after hitting 1 million, that's when we start everything. That's kind of like day one, and then we go out there and roll out a very successful show, okay? Now, the switcheroo process is going to happen monthly, and so people will be able to bounce into season 1, okay? And many of them will be coming out of here into these other pipes, okay? So they're going to be moved according to how they're performing based on the ranks. The 100 air rank, the 1,000 air rank, the 10,000 air rank, the 100,000 air rank, and the million air rank. The idea is we get to the end of season 1 and we've created 10,000 millionaires, and we started with a group of 1 million to filter out the cream, and the cream would rise, and we produced 10,000 millionaires in season 1. Then in season 2 we'll create another 10,000. Season 3 we'll create another 10,000 over the 3 seasons, okay? So on television, we will document creating tens of thousands of millionaires with our system, but it's got more than that participating, right? It's going to take a large group of people to make this happen, okay? All right, so that's how that's going to work. Now, we had an explosive announcement yesterday, and that was our master distributor coming out officially stating that he's going to be putting in 100 million into a trust for the plan behind this whole operation, okay, to fully fund the plan in a trust, okay? So that's magical. That assures you're about one of 1,500 people. So you are one of a team of about 1,500 people today. You're in the sweetest spot of you could ever dream of, that you could ever believe that you could be in. You're at the very top of this whole thing, and this money's going to come in, and it's going to help us to grow a team at lightning speed into the millions upon millions of people, ultimately into the tens of millions and beyond of people as we build this team. And you're sitting at the top of this. Please don't take that for granted. I think too many people are not paying attention. They're not getting these updates. They have no idea how powerful this information is and what a good deal they've got. We've got to change that. I'm counting on each of you. Reach down to your teams and get the message out. In fact, I've had my personal assistant starting today sending out a message, a private message from me to every single one of the 1,500 people on the team, starting with the newest person and working back upwards to the oldest person on the team, okay? So she's sending out a message that has the video from yesterday, the first segment of the powwow yesterday, where Fenton, our master distributor, sits there and says, we're going to give $120 million to this operation, okay, make this happen. Powerful message, and also a message of encouragement for everybody to be talking about that message with their sponsor and their God sponsor, and to get on the Wall of Joy and comment. Get on the Wall of Joy and start showing up and getting these updates as they roll out. Things are going to start changing and moving very fast right now, and if you're an agent, this is must. You got to watch powwows. You're not going to be a successful agent if you don't watch powwows. So if you're out there in the field outside of HQ, the only way you can stay plugged into what's going on is by watching powwows. So we're going to insist on it. So the people that come into our base here are going to be super, super strong, and they're going to be given a lot of tools to make money fast. Because the agent income, man, you can make a full-time income your first month. I mean, we're talking $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000 month number one, okay, if you follow the system. That's a full-time income, okay, as an agent. Certainly can't do that in a 60 Smart Zone. You'd have to have explosive numbers of growth and beyond what we've ever seen. So I know we can do that as an agent. We create that full-time income, and that's going to make people excited and happy. And as people see that you can earn a full-time income by following the training, then it will spread very, very quickly. But we need those of you that are on the team right now to be extra supportive of all the agents, okay? Show your support, show them that you care, show them that you appreciate them, okay? That's going to make the agent feel good about their job. And with that, that's a wrap.